What's up guys, Braden here with SuperATV, and today we're going to be showing you how to install our cargo rack on this Polaris RZR Pro R. So now we're going to grab our hinge mount and hinge mount cap, as well as 4 of our M6 bolts out of the hardware kit. So this is the right side hinge mount. We know it's the right side because of the angle here. It's flat and then it tapers down just like so. So this is going to slide on the cage right here. Just like this. And then we're going to take our cap, slide it around the tube of the cage. Then we're going to grab our M6 hardware. We're going to go ahead and get all of these started. Then once they're started, we're just going to kind of let it hang here. And we'll come back eventually and go through and kind of snug these up and adjust them from side to side to make sure that they're all in position. Now we're just going to repeat the same steps over here on the driver's side. So now we're going to try to get these somewhat flat, and we're just going to snug the hardware up. We're not fully tightening anything yet. We're just snugging it, that way it'll stay somewhat in place. So as you can see there, that's going to hold for us. We're going to do the same thing on this side here. Again, not fully tightening it, just leaving it enough to where we can still kind of maneuver it if need be. So when we install our crossbar to our hinge mount, we want to grab our lock washer first, slide it down towards the head of the bolt. Then we're going to have our regular M6 washer, slide it down, and then we're going to have our oversized washer. Now we're going to grab our crossbar, and we're going to line the threaded holes up with the notches on our previously installed brackets there. Now we're going to grab our striker mount, 2 of our M8 bolts, 2 M8 nuts, our striker, and our M6 nut. So we're going to take our striker mount here, we're going to put an M8 bolt through the hole, and we're going to line it up right here on the factory hole on the frame. Then we're going to reach up into the frame here. So we have our bolts started here. Now we're going to grab our striker pin, slide it through like this, and then take our M6 nut, start it on the outside edge just like that. So this should look like so. You can go ahead and fully tighten this. Now we're just going to repeat the same steps over here on the opposite side. So now we're going to come in here and we're going to fully tighten all the hardware. So now we're going to take our rack and we're going to lay it up on our strikers. Now we're going to loosen the hardware, securing our hinge mounts as well as the crossbar all the way across here. That way we can adjust this crossbar up and down. So I'm just going to loosen the hardware up a little bit here. That way it moves freely and doesn't tear the cage up. We'll just have to get it slid up into the position to where we can take and rotate this down to slide down into the channel on the crossbar. So now we're going to grab our bushings with our rack still hanging up in the air like this. Slide the bushings in. We'll do this for the outside as well as the inside. We'll do it on both sides as well. Just like that. Now what we're gonna do is take one of our sleeves, slide it through, and then we're gonna follow that with our long M10 bolt. And then again, just take your bolt. Once you slide your sleeve through, slide your bolt through just like so. I left everything loose, so everything's loose right now. I like to leave it loose, that way you can manipulate and adjust everything around. That way you can get it to fit properly. Again, leave everything loose, or at least hand tight as far as all your bracketry up here. Now we're gonna install our M10 nuts on the M10 bolts we just slid through here. We're gonna fully tighten them, and then we're gonna go ahead and start fully tightening all of our hardware. So now it's time to install our struts. What we're gonna do is take our strut, slide it through here, install one of our nuts, just like so. And we're gonna lift up on our rack. We're gonna put this strut in this outer hole like this, start the nut. Now we're going to fully tighten our strut hardware. So now that we have everything buttoned up, the last step would be to install your brackets if you wanted to. You can orient these in many different ways. There's all kinds of different mounting positions on the actual rack to where you can mount them, like I said, any way you want. The last bit of hardware that's going to be left in your kit, that's what that hardware is going to be for, is to fasten these down. It's just a nut and a bolt, very easy to install. All right guys, that's all there is to it to install SuperATV's cargo rack on this Polaris RZR Pro R. Be sure to check the description below to pick yours up today, and while you're there, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.